Okay, we're coming back into the game. It's the start of turn 2, and there's a couple of things I need to correct from the end of the last session, end of turn 1. The targets of the incoming fire would have been pinned as a result of being hit. So I'll just take a couple of these out and we'll put them in the correct place. So one goes there and the other one goes there. And secondly, this hill, I just thought it was an embankment. It's actually a hill, so we have to put another terrain card on top. That wouldn't have affected anything, and nor would the pin thing. We haven't got any further in the game that needed a slip of the pen there, and those go back on. So it's brush on that hill. Alright, turn 2, which is again daylight. We've got, just to remind ourselves, we've got a sniper coming in from our left and incoming mortar from the right, which is just causing a couple of problems for us on those cards, but we have cleared them. That's good. Right, so we're on turn 2. This time we do get a friendly higher HQ event draw. So here we're looking for a radio symbol, and we'll just get that next card. No, that wasn't that, so we'll just reshuffle the deck. Okay, so we're ready on the next, which is for a defensive mission, which we're not, so we go straight over that to the friendly command. So that's, at the moment, all of the units are still effectively in a staging area, so there's command between all of them. We don't have to worry about lines of communication yet. So we have a battalion HQ activating the company headquarter. So that's that one there. And then we go down to the CO HQ impulse and we draw a card for it. We are not in no contact, so the CO is line and the CO just gets 2. So let's just flip all of these over. And we get 2 for the company HO. It's been activated. So it can now spend points, and we haven't had a lot of command at the moment. So I think the first thing would be we're going to activate all 3 platoon headquarters. So we just put that on there, there, and there. And do we activate first sergeant and XO? I think in this particular case we still don't. So we will go and say that they are complete. And then we go to the platoon headquarters. So let's start with the third. The third platoon is green. So we're going to get 1 command because we're beyond no contact, which means there's a net -1. So 1 command takes us up to 4. And 4 for the third platoon. What do we do about the incoming? That is a -3. With units that go in at -2 on exposed, can't guarantee we're going to get the cover. It's a very risky affair. So it could be that they take advantage of the gully that's been scouted out here, and we order a platoon command, which is going to be everyone but the FO and the company headquarters. All the other units are attached to 3rd platoon. That might be a very good use of 2 command points to get them onto the board. So we'll just move the mortar down here, move the the COHQ down there, and then we can move these onto here for ease, and there's no line of sight to an enemy unit, so they don't start firing at anyone immediately. We just put all of these here. We've got all the support weapons and the platoon headquarter themselves. So having moved, they all get an exposed marker on them. So that's them, 2 points. We'll save some command points for that one. Now we do 2nd platoon, so we activate them. They get a command card, and they will get 3, which is a bit more useful. So we're up to 5. Put that in there now. 5 for the 2nd platoon. Now the 2nd platoon, if we come in here, the sniper is going to target 1 unit, and then everyone else gets a -1 for not being the sniper target, which means they'll be on a 0, -2 for moving. So that is that is. And the green can only save 3 commands, so he's got to use 2, otherwise he's wasted it. We've got an assault team there that maybe in general initiative will try and get it to move further up. So what I'm thinking is the 75 recoilless is also part of, made that part of that team, so I'll put that in there as well. Putting everything into there just sounds dreadfully dangerous. We might have to wait until the incoming has stopped on the village. Okay. What can he do with 2 points? He can possibly order the HMG. If he orders them to detach a team, that's one. So just clone that. And then order it to go into there. And they get an exposed markup. So that's one command, that's 2 command points. That puts him on 3. And for that he'll stay. So that's the second platoon. Move someone forward that might be useful to go forward again. And came from second platoon. Alright, and we go to first platoon now, hoping for some serious points. He gets 3 with a -1, so he's down to 2. 2 for first platoon. Well, the embankment is looking reasonably good for the moment. No one's attacking him. From there, he might have the ability to spot. It may be better to do a platoon move there, so I'll go there. And that means everyone here, so that's already there, is moved up into the embankment. Which is going to be a fair amount of weaponry. And that might mean we need to separate them out eventually. Otherwise they'll just all rack up their ammunition or expend their ammunition. So we'll get some exposed markers here, and that's the first platoon. Alright, that's the first platoon we've done. So we move down here. Initiative segment CO's already gone. The platoon headquarters have already gone. And we're on to the CO staff. And they will each get 1 activation. And so they're both on a total of 2. It could be that the first sergeant orders himself to move up onto here. Sorry, which will make him exposed. But he will then use his second point to order the assault team to move into there. Which will move him down to to 0, and the XO or does the XO move the RTFO forward at this point? No, he'll save his points. So we'll go to, therefore, general initiative. And general initiative is draw a card, use the lower number, and that's 0. So unfortunately there's no initiative at all, and so we have to live with what we've got. Offensive missions, enemy activity phase. So this is where we're going to draw a card for the enemy, and there's no high HQ event on them. Enemy activity check. So on board we've got 2 enemy. We've got 1 here and we've got 1 here. And we draw a random card, so 1 to the left and 2 to the right. 1 to the left. So we have a sniper, and a sniper is going to essentially pick the highest value target. Continues to attack the card that brought it onto the map until spotted. So effectively there's only 1 target on that area. It's not yet a casualty, so it continues to operate on that. So that leaves the mortar guy, and the mortar guy so provided the spotter remains in good order and has fire missions remaining, it continues to call for fire with the following priority. Units in the same card as its incoming VOF. Well, that's the case. It has 2 missions, and so it will draw 2 cards to see if the mission comes in again. So we draw 2 cards for that. That's 1, so that's a no, 2, no. So another mission is not coming in on the next turn. And that is the enemy activity. So mutual capture and retreat. No one's... so we've got a paralysed marker. And a paralysed marker. So retreat any non-pinned, well it is pinned, so that's not going to change. Retreat any non-pinned litter team plus casualty, that's not counted. We have no vehicles in motion, so we go through to the VOF segment. We update the fire emissions, so we remove the incoming from there. we go from that would have been engaged, so we're back to contact. That's okay. Don't think that's made any difference either. Evaluate potential contacts. So we have a potential contact here. I think that's the only one we're going to trigger this turn. So we're on contact with a potential contact of C. That's 3 cards, so we'll draw 3 cards for that. That's 1, so that is contact. 2, 3. So we do have a contact here. Contact type of C on our mission. Potential contact C. So we're going to be drawing a card for the 10. And we've got 4. 4 is an outpost. That's a new one. Sorry, wrong mission. 4 is, it is a sniper. So we have another sniper. Sniper is going to have one of these, and the location is 10. Was that a? Sorry. No, I had a strange feeling that I'd missed a shuffle. Okay, so there it is. So the 10 card is again a 4. Okay, 4 on the placement is front at max line of sight. So we're coming from this, we go through that and we come to here. So the sniper is on this embankment, and it is unseen, and it is giving us a PDF from here. Through to here, and it gives us another one of those, so we claim that, put that on here. That is quite dangerous. We haven't spotted any enemy yet, so there's no fire coming from us. That is the only PC, and we're back to having 2 VOFs in play, which moves this to engaged. Okay. Having done all of that, we now go to the combat effects. And there are 2 locations. It doesn't matter which we do. But we'll go for the new one. So sniper coming in, which is -3, -2, no modifications from the terrain, so -5, which is -4, which is unsurprisingly a hit. And a hit online is a paralysed team. So that is moved off here. And we get a paralysed team. So it goes on there, and we need a pin. That goes there. With this one to do now, so we've done just for completeness, we've done that one, and we're now doing this one. He's pinned +1, terrain is +1, -3, so that's a -1 net. -1 is a hit, and he's a lat team, so he's a green, and he becomes a casualty. So that comes, we'll put that over there, and we've got an American casualty. That goes there, which and the casualties I don't think are pinned, so we don't need to track that. We'll move these ones off here to there. And that is everything for that. So now we have remove all of the exposed markers so they come off. Put them over there. And that is it. We've got I don't know if an area is occupied by a casualty, whether it's still regarded as occupied. I think if that is not the case, we have gone back to being in contact, not engaged. I'll just see if I can see something in the rules about that. So occupied and so on. Occupied casualty. I'm not sure. I'll look at that for the start of the next turn. So we have now completed the cleanup phase, and we've got the start of third turn coming up. So I'll stop it here. We've made, well, we started moving troops out, but I feel we're a bit hemmed in by the snipers. The fire mission has stopped, so there's the possibility that we could get up and through the village, but on the hill on the right. But with that mortar spotter there, it's a risk. We might be able to find some cover in there, but at the moment we've got the possibility of trying to spot the sniper over on the left, and that might be a useful thing to try and do. Try and take that that threat out of action. Anyway, I'll stop there and think about the next